Tesla has just invested $1.5 billion, that's right, with a B, into Bitcoin, and they also plan to accept Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as payment for the products. So you might be asking yourself, am I too late to buy Bitcoin? In short, no, it is not too late to buy Bitcoin. It is not too late to buy cryptocurrencies, and I'll tell you why. Also, I'll be going over 2 cryptocurrencies that are coming out that I'm really excited for and that I think are going to get some major gains in the coming months. My name is JM and welcome to the Bull Moon Gang. Please like the video to help out the channel, subscribe and hit that bell notification to keep you updated with all the hottest news, and comment below what you think is going to be the price of Bitcoin in 2021. Alright, let's get into it. So, Tesla invests $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, according to an SEC filing. They said today in an annual report filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission that it has put an aggregate of $1.5 billion into Bitcoin under a new investment policy, and that the company may acquire and hold digital assets from time to time or long term. So let's go actually and see this SEC filing. It's actually in this 10K if you click on documents here. And this is just on the SEC website, so this is all public information. Let's click on this 10K, loading inline form, and then let's do a search for Bitcoin. Right here, in January 2021, we updated our investment policy to provide us with more flexibility to further diversify and maximize returns on our cash that is not required to maintain adequate operating liquidity. As part of the policy, which was duly approved by the audit committee of our board of directors, we may invest a portion of such cash in certain alternative reserve assets, including digital assets, gold bullion, gold exchange traded funds, and other assets as specified in the future. Thereafter, we invested an aggregate $1.5 billion in Bitcoin under this policy and may acquire and hold digital assets from time to time or long term. Moreover, we expect to begin accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment for our products in the near future, subject to applicable laws and initially on a limited basis, which we may or may not liquidate upon receipt. And if we look at this tweet from Elon Musk, this was actually a tweet from December 20th, 2020. You can see me trying to live a normal, productive life and Bitcoin, baby. And look at this, Michael Saylor, if you want to do your shareholders a $100 billion favor, convert the Tesla balance sheet from USD to BTC, Bitcoin. Other firms on the S&P 500 would follow your lead and in time would grow to become a $1 trillion favor. Elon is known for his trolling and his joking on Twitter. So this is an actual genuine question. Are such large transactions even possible? Michael Saylor goes on to say, yes, I have purchased over $1.3 billion in Bitcoin in past months and would be happy to share my playbook with you offline from one rocket scientist to another. So this is really important. Michael Saylor, if you don't know who he is, he invested like $500 million through his company Microstrategies into Bitcoin back when it was like $10,000. He also bought another $500 million around the time when Bitcoin was like $23,000 or $21,000. So that's about $1 billion. And since then, now at the price of 46,000, it's about tripled. So his $1.3 billion purchases into Bitcoin is now worth about $3 billion, which is huge for a company. So look at this. This is important because our Microstrategy World 2021 was a great success. He basically had a conference with, look at this, 8,197 attendees from 6,917 different enterprises, all companies that want to put Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Sorry, and sorry about the green screen back there. I'll go fix that real quick. Okay, that looks better. All right. Anyways, so let's look at this. Michael Saylor, he did this on February 5th, had that conference. And Willy Woo, who is an on-chain analyst looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum, is using Glassnode, which is a data aggregator for Bitcoin and Ethereum and other public blockchains. They basically gather this data and output information from it. And this is basically net transfer volume from and to exchanges. So below this line means this is Bitcoin that's leaving exchanges. So what does that tell you? Almost 1,500 Bitcoin has been leaving exchanges, and this wasn't really affecting the price until Tesla announced this, because they usually do something called OTC, which is over-the-counter deals, which doesn't really affect the price on exchanges. They actually do it peer-to-peer, trading Bitcoin from one person to another. So look at this, Microstrategy Bitcoin for Corporations conference begins, and then down here, almost 1,500 Bitcoin were bought up from exchanges. Coincidence? I really do not think so. And also on Glassnode, they do a weekly newsletter. One of the things that I wanted to look at was this liquid supply. And basically, since January 2020, the supply of Bitcoin has been going down. Look at that. The liquid and highly liquid supply, it is just decreasing quickly over time, which in basic economics, if supply is less than demand, then the price of something will increase. So as you can see, as supply has been going down since basically that exact level, the price of Bitcoin right here, which is represented by this line, is going up steadily. So why is this important? Because look at these large tech companies. Tesla is the 6th largest tech company, and all these other tech companies are going to look really stupid if they don't put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. Why? Because since their purchase, which is probably around this area, I assume Tesla was buying around this area. And December 20th was when Elon asked Michael Saylor how to make such a big Bitcoin purchase. So since this time, from December 20th to now, when they announced that they had bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, you don't really know at what point they were buying it. So they could have been buying from that time up to this time. So their average could be around here. So say their average purchase on the high side was even 36,000, right? They've already made almost 30% return from that purchase from $1.5 billion. And what a lot of people don't realize is that companies are losing 15% of their purchasing power per year because of inflation. And what they're doing is moving that to a store of value. And what is the hottest store of value right now? It's Bitcoin. So I definitely see in the future Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Tencent, some of these companies, maybe even all, are going to put Bitcoin on their balance sheets. And look right here, Tesla has de-risked the acquisition of Bitcoin by public companies and accelerated the digital transformation of corporate balance sheets. Treasurers are now thinking about how to convert a non-performing asset into the best performing asset. All right, so let's get into the 2 altcoins that I'm really excited about. One of them is Evolution Finance, a self-sustainable locked liquidity protocol and lending borrowing platform powered by the deflationary EVN token. So what does that even mean? So basically what they're trying to do is unlock liquidity in all of these other blockchains. Right now in decentralized finance, Ethereum is the giant, and we really can't unlock the liquidity in all of these other assets. So basically they're targeting a 9 times bigger market than what currently exists, and this is huge to me. So if you really want to check out more in depth, I would go to their Medium, and then I would look on their website, evolution.finance. We'll go over it briefly. So basically, Evolution Finance is an initiative by a public network of partners using EVN tokens to run the project and reward the participants. There is a fixed supply of EVN and therefore no infinite mint exploits. 100% of tokens unlocked at inception. That is huge, which means fair price discovery and fair distribution. So there is no one that has any advantage, and maybe bots have advantage, but other than that, it's fair distribution, which you really don't see a lot of. So this is just their LP rewards. Improve liquidity, internalizing arbitrage, destined for growth. This is really important to me. So Firm Network, DAO Maker, Blockchain Strategy Team, the Arcadia Group, and even more partnerships. These are huge, huge partnerships. If you don't know, Firm Network has skyrocketed in price. DAO Maker, it has been incubating really great projects. I would look into these other companies if you're interested. And that basically does it for Evolution Finance. So let's get into my next pick. And my next pick is the Umbrella Network. And why is this big? First, look at all these big name partnerships. You got Linear Finance, Unilend, Fire Protocol. you have Bounce, and you have NGC Ventures. Wait, let me go back. NGC Ventures, which is a company that's been investing in some really solid projects, and so has CMS Capital. So some big names there. I won't go over everything. One, it's built on Polkadot, so that's huge. So one thing I really want to show you is the comparison between Chainlink, API 3, Band Protocol, and Umbrella. So here, it's a layer 2 solution. Speed, it's high compared to low, mid, high. This is obviously, take this with a grain of salt. It's biased, but we'll see the actual technology and we'll see what happens. There's a lot of hype around this. Data is comprehensive while the others are limited. Large crypto pairs, equities, futures, options, data, and more. DAO, that means decentralized autonomous organization. It is fully decentralized and community owned, while these are centralized. Costing is economical, aggregates thousands of data feeds into a single blockchain transaction, while the others are pretty expensive, and Band Protocol is a little bit cheaper. Gatekeeping, there is no validator gatekeeping, while these are varied, and the security is very high with multiple data sources and proof of stake. And the next thing I do want to show you is the opportunity for Umbrella. There is huge opportunity. Right when they come out with their token, it's going to be 500,000 or 490,000 market cap. And compared to all these other ones, Telor 52 million, API 3 102 million, Band 200 million, and Chainlink, which is almost a 10 billion. I don't know how long ago this was created, but and Chainlink is actually $10 billion in market cap. So there is a lot of room for growth. So 10 million tokens circulating supply, which would bring the price to about 5 cents each. So I will be looking at these tomorrow when they come out on Uniswap. They both come out at 6 a.m. tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time for me. So it's going to be really exciting. And if you enjoyed the content, please give it a like to help out the channel, and have an amazing day.